I got a question for you. Do you like paying unexpected bills that are large? I'm talking about $1,000, $2,000, maybe $5,000. If it's unexpected, would you like that? You know what's worse than a large bill is it being unexpected. You didn't see it coming. Today, I'm gonna talk about some costly mistakes that you could avoid and how to prepare for them with your dog. So I need you to watch this video. Keep watching. Now, spending big money on unexpected bills that you did not see coming is not ideal. And this could definitely happen if you're not prepared with certain things with your dog that I'm about to go over. And if you've been a long-time viewer of this channel, then you have seen that in the past, I told you, you need to be prepared for big expenses like this. Now, speaking of big expenses, I don't want you to spend big this Black Friday. This Black Friday, we're having our biggest discount of the year. So if you want to be first in line and the first to see it before anybody else, you need to sign up to that link in the description below. Now, the first mistake that you could avoid that needs to be tackled right away when your dog is a puppy is you need to get them vaccinated and you need to get them dewormed. A lot of people want to put this off when they're a little bit later in their stages, like 16 weeks old. This could be a very big mistake because little puppies are more prone to the viruses like the parvovirus. So you need to be ahead of that. And also, deworming is very important because someone will be like, hey, I deworm them once, and they just decide not to do it anymore. But later on in life, if your dog gets sick, and then they end up doing like an autopsy on your dog, you will see that worms actually got into your dog's heart. And this is something that you could have definitely avoided. And unfortunately, it's too late at that point. And it is costly to get all this done, I'm telling you. So spend a little bit of money now, get your dog vaccinated, get them dewormed, and eventually keep up with them throughout their life so you don't have to deal with that very large bill that is unexpected. Mistake number 2 is you're not getting good quality gear for your dog, and in the end, you're replacing your dog's stuff all the time. But if you sign up for our Black Friday list down below, I have the best gear for your dog. I promise you'll be first in line if you sign up right now. But I'm not kidding you. Replacing your dog's stuff can get very expensive. I went through harnesses, I went through leashes, I went through actually dog bowls. Getting the plastic one was a big mistake. That's a whole nother story. But all these things that are very cheap, very brittle, and if you buy the little ones, they're gonna grow out of it. If you get the weak, brittle ones, they're gonna rip it up, they're gonna bust out of the seams. So it's very important. Get your good quality gear from the jump so you don't have to keep spending hundreds of dollars. Trust me, a dog collar nowadays is like $25 to $40. They are not cheap. And if you get a weak one, you're gonna be spending $20, $20, $20. You don't wanna do that. So get good gear in the first place. Now, bully breed owners, especially American bully owners, want their dog to be nice and chiseled. They want that stacked muscle. Well, let me tell you, when you force a dog that is not built for those kind of exercises, they are more prone to injury. And guess what? If you injure that dog, it's more likely they tear an ACL or they tore some kind of muscle, and that is very expensive. This could definitely happen if you're forcing your dog to do crazy exercises like pull 100-pound weight on them, running up and down the field when you know dang well you couldn't even do that yourself. So I'm just saying, if your dog is not built for that, don't put them through that. Now, next on the list is making sure your dog is trained. If your dog is not trained and they're showing signs of aggression, they end up biting the child or they end up ripping stuff up around the house, guess what? That's a very big lawsuit. That's a very big mistake. And that's a very big expense to replace all your stuff inside the house. Now, when I'm referring to your dog being trained, making sure they're not chewing up everything inside the house. They're not showing alarming signs of reactivity towards people and animals when they're out in public. Making sure they're not jumping over grandmas and grandpas, injuring them, breaking their knees, and stuff like that. This could be very hazardous and it's a very big expense. Another costly mistake that you may not have thought of before is getting your dog health tested. I get tons of DMs talking about skin allergies. My dog is really bad. My dog is red. It's gonna cost me hundreds of dollars a month just to give them a special kind of food, a shot every month to make sure that their allergies go down. And all of this stuff that is just piling up on these owners due to just skin allergies alone. Just skin allergies alone is crazy. But when it comes to the other stuff like heart disease, arthritis, all that could be a factor as well. That's why I'm telling you now, make sure that they're health tested because you don't want that big expense coming every month just because you didn't want to get your dog health tested from the breeder. Another big mistake is not knowing the HOA rules that are around your neighborhood or not knowing the breed specific laws that are around your area. The reason why this is a big mistake because you could spend thousands of dollars or even just hundreds of dollars on your dog. And at the end of the day, you have to get rid of them. You buy all this gear and all this good stuff, you invest in their training, you want to be the best dog owner, but at the end of the day, someone comes knocking on your door saying, hey, we realize that you got a bully breed. They're gonna call it a pit bull most likely, but you need to get rid of it. Now, when you need to get rid of it, that's a big L on you. It's coming out of your pockets. If you don't know what you're getting yourself into around your neighborhood, then it is on you and it's avoidable. So if you have HOAs or there's breed specific laws around your neighborhood, I advise you to do some research in there, making sure you know what you're getting yourself into, you know what's allowed, what's not. At the end of the day, I do advise you to have an emergency fund for your dog. That could be $1,000, $2,000. The reason why I say to keep this because you don't know what could happen. Your dog may require a surgery out of nowhere, or your dog may get really sick and you really have to get them the medical care that they need and get them taken care of. Now, speaking of being ahead of the game, I've made another video about pit bull puppy behaviors that you need to address and you can't ignore. If you ignore these behaviors, then your dog could grow to be a disobedient dog that doesn't listen to you. And that's the reason why you need to go check out this video at the end screen where I show you these behaviors that you need to address. So I will see you over there on that video.